I feel like it's the boring stuff that does keep you in business.
Absolutely. The very boring stuff is what pays the bills, keeps us going. Yeah, absolutely. And I think when we are trying to almost keep up with the Joneses and launch things and looking over at our competitors and looking at what's trending, that's when we are starting to kind of chase shiny objects, get distracted from core business, and then things start feeling really unsteady after that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like sometimes the boring stuff is like the discipline stuff, at the end of every month, checking in on our numbers, checking in on our reporting. And it's like, I almost feel like as we mature in business, it is that discipline of reflection and figuring out what works, what doesn't work, and not being distracted by those shiny objects. I mean, what are you advising your clients of right now? How are you taking them through like any process of like reflecting, planning for the year ahead? What's that looking like for you and your clients?
So a lot of my clients are doing all the things right now. They're trying to do
Mm.
school holidays have started. They're doing that. They are ferrying children around. They are trying to wrap up their own business. We have a farm, so like we just wrapped up harvest. So like there's lots of balls in the air. So I've actually advised my clients like let's not add anything to our plate. Let's not go with the whole in the year strong mantra. Like let's just end the year in a way where you're not pulling your hair out, and then we
Mhm.
can start the year fresh, refreshed, and really start setting goals from there. So that's my advice to my clients because I have this belief that if we're trying to end the year strong and we're adding kind of new goals and new strategies and we're chasing things, we can actually, it's almost like it's a shiny object from what we didn't complete through the year.
Mm.
And it's not necessarily the best thing to do in business this time of year. Like, absolutely, like, let's plan for next year and let's look at next year. But are we going to accomplish so much in the next, 2 to 3 weeks that it's going to absolutely change your business? No. So, like, let's just feel good about going into Christmas with our sanity intact. And then, first week of January, really start doing those kind of like quarterly planning, annual planning, and reverse engineering our goals from there.
I love it because I was guilty of starting out December and going, okay, I've got this many working days. This is all of the things that I'm going to accomplish. And then kind of halfway through went, okay, that's a bad idea. I feel like the strategy is close off projects, make things better, don't start anything new.
Yeah, don't start anything new. Like, I think if we're starting new things in December, it's not going to be our best work. It's kind of like when you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, oh my God, I have this amazing idea. And you write it down. And then in the morning, you're like, what was I thinking? Those are your December ideas. I mean, they're not. Like, you might have some great ideas in December, but it could also be in reflection. You just go, what was I thinking?
Yeah, and it's just a wild time, right? There's just everything is amplified in terms of planning for Christmas. There's usually family drama going on. Literally, before I started recording this, my mom is texting me because she's having a mental breakdown about Christmas. And, the kids are doing this, presents, like, there's just so much going on. I feel like it's okay to give ourselves a little permission to, yeah, wrap on just a really you know, kind note.
Yeah, absolutely. And like the whole reason, one of my favorite things about being a business owner is that life is first, like life is the priority, and my business supports me. And so, why at the craziest time of the year in life would I try to do stuff in my business that's not going to support my life?
Mm.
Like literally before this call, I was wrapping presents because I was like, when else am I going to do it? The kids are out of the house with the nanny. Like, now's the time. And if I were trying to, I don't know, launch something or create some new idea, that wouldn't get done. And then I'd find myself probably at like, 10, 11 o'clock at night wrapping presents. So, like, let's utilize the business that is supposed to support our life at the craziest time of the year.
Yeah, I love it. I love it so much.